recording too, so I'll count down. 3, 2, 1. How's it going, guys? My folks, Caliber, and today I'm joined by my good friend AZElectroKid.
Hey, what is up, guys? AZElectroKid here again, once again, for another brand new video.
Alright, and today we're going to be giving you guys our final overall thoughts about Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Yeah, I think this is really cool because out of the group that we have on Skype, and pretty much, you know, some of the Dragon Ball Z YouTubers, I feel that we haven't touched up on that subject where what was our afterthoughts after the full playthrough of Xenoverse. You know, I'm very excited to talk about that as well.
Yeah, so do you want to start off, or should I?
Oh, no, if you can start off, I mean, yeah, I want to know first, like, something you want to bring up.
Alright, I'll start it off then. Alright, so, to start off, I honestly think that Xenoverse was a bit overhyped by people.
I think so too. I think it was overhyped and it was worshipped and it's gonna be absolute greatness. You know how it thrashes Budokai 3 and stuff like that. This is the #1 thing. And after playing through it, it's like it was a good game, but not the best.
Yeah, people were advertising this game as is going to be perfect, but like no game is perfect. It had its flaws.
Exactly.
For example, one of its flaws that really bothers me is how it has a lack of a training mode, which like every other Dims game, and every other fighting game in general has a training mode. So that was really stupid to leave out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Exactly. Someone actually pointed that out. I forgot who pointed it out, but you know, it's a given. Like, this is not a fighting game, and I've been saying that too. It's like some people were saying, "Oh, I'm gonna be so professional at this. I'll be playing at this. I'm gonna master all the combos." And it's like, it's not really a fighting game. And if you notice, you're like everyone said, and you know, you said is that there's no training mode, and you know, with a training mode, that's where you practice your combos. Most fighting games have it, and this one doesn't. And basically, it's just a fun game. It's what it is. It's like, it's not meant to be a fighting game. It's more of a Dragon Ball Z feel. Basically, you know, you're role playing as the Dragon Ball Z characters. You're doing the blasts from them, but it's not a fighting game, sadly.
True, but overall, if you really go into it with an open mind, then it's fun to be had. The story,
the
story
definitely.
mode isn't like Oscar winning, but it's still enjoyable for anyone who's not a Dragon Ball Z fan who's getting into this series, or if you're an old time fan like I am and you want to see something new. It's good for that.
It is. It's a good. I think it was something new. It was something fresh, but I think you know, it was a surprise in every corner. I think the ending was the most best one. I felt like the ending was more unexpected because it was something new. It wasn't going back through the history because it was like the ending. And I think one thing I've noticed, also someone else pointed it out, is that like it did get repetitive. It's like, okay, bad guy, you know.
Yeah.
Then Toa and Migra, right? Demigra. Fuck. Yeah, they I messed up. They basically come. It's like, okay, bad guy, main bad guy, one fight. Oh, superpower. Now he's dark and evil, and then you keep doing that repetitively. It's like, it got boring after a while sometimes. Sometimes it was fun though. I thought sometimes it was a challenge, but like it was the same. You could say source. It wasn't like something was different. It kept being a little bit repetitive.
True. And like, have you noticed how like this is the only Dragon Ball game that seems lacks a little bit of content? Like
it. Yeah.
All you do is basically just fight either the parallel quest after you're done with the story mode, or just fight, you know, locally or online. That's all you do. There's no world tournament mode. Well, there's a world tournament mode, but that's only for online players, really.
Yeah. And it happens so often or something?
Like, it's rare when it happens.
It's just, yeah, I didn't like that about that. There wasn't more like material to go off. Like, sure, I guess. But the thing is, what they want people to get Z ranks and all the parallel quests, but it would just get boring after a while to keep getting a Z rank, and it would take forever, and by the time then you would just get bored of it.
Yeah. Also, have you noticed like if you want to get an item in a parallel quest, it's really hard because it's like you have like 0 chance of getting that item that you really want. Even if you complete it on perfect without even getting hit once, you still might not get the item that you were fighting for, which I find entirely just stupid.
It's a stupid random drop. Like, sure, it's just like, you know, to try and create RPG, but like, it's a random drop. I guess I get what they're going for because it's a hard item. You want, for example, like a Goku wig, a Goku Super Saiyan wig, and they want it hard to make to get that rare drop. But it just, does it fit Dragon Ball Z? I don't know. I'd rather just get the item and buy the item. And for me, I think bringing up to like getting items are hard. I think freaking finding the damn Dragon Balls are the hardest damn thing.
Really? Yeah, like true.
I rather make Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Super 17 and Omega Shenron DLC, and I'll fucking buy them. If it was $5, I'll rather spend $5 than 20 hours of my lifetime to find the Dragon Balls, or even that 48 hours is ridiculous. Some people go at this for days and they still haven't get all 7, and it's just dumb. I rather just buy them for $10, $5. I don't even care. I rather buy the characters than spend my real lifetime in the real world to find them, and that's my problem with that.
Yeah.
This is the only way you can get the characters, by finding the Dragon Balls, and finding them you have to grind your way through those certain quests, and to me, I don't have time for that. No way.
Yeah.
Like, I still haven't unlocked, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and all of them. I still haven't. It's just dumb.
Speaking of characters, right? Are you like, what are your thoughts on the character roster of the game?
It could be better, and it just kind of makes me a little bit like irritated that, all the DLCs coming, and I know the second pack was rumored that you have Ice Shenron and Nova Shenron, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, I'm definitely gonna buy that pack because I want to figure out how like Ice Shenron and Nova Shenron work with their abilities, because they use elements instead of key energy. So I want to see. So it's like Nova Shenron gonna be like, kind of like Scorpion, and then like Ice Shenron's gonna be like Sub-Zero and have different ice attacks, or is this gonna be like kind of plain? I don't know, but it just makes me mad that all these little DLC characters, they're just DLC, which they should have been in the game in the first place. I don't mind buying quests or items for DLC, but like, I know I was just saying that for the Dragon Balls, like I was just saying, so if someone's gonna contradict me, or you're contradicting yourself, Nathan, because you just said a minute ago that you rather buy the characters DLC. I would rather buy. That's just a comparison, because I'm saying I'd rather buy the DLC characters than actually looking them from the Dragon Balls. On top of that, I'd rather have them in the game, but easier to find.
Yeah.
And these characters, same thing. If there's they should be in the game, but yet a little bit of a challenge. And it just upsets me that they're DLC. It really kind of does, but it is what it is. As like the normal roster, I would think it was decent. Like, I think what made it up for me was Beerus, Whis, and Super Saiyan Bardock and Broly. I always loved them, especially Beerus and Whis, and I thought that was a cool addition. I was satisfied. Character roster, I think it could be just a little bit better, like just a little bit.
Alright, so for my thoughts on the character roster, I think it's okay. It could be better, it could be worse. It's decent. But I really hate the idea of having DLC to replace characters that should be mandatory in the game. Like characters like Gogeta, for example. He's not in the game at all, which is weird because he's in every other Dragon Ball game. Even Burst. Wait, was he in Burst Limit?
I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I think so.
Very sure, but okay. He was in every other Dimps game, and it's just weird how they just miss out on characters that people want. Who wants a Pool or Raspberry? Or
it's true.
Or even a Cyberman. Who wants to play as those guys?
My first thoughts about those two, or all those, it's like they're just like little tiny filler characters. I mean, maybe you want to beat them up in like in a versus battle with your friend, or do like training, pretend you're training or something with them. But then I thought, how do you even pick these guys for even that? Even the lowest factor, being like filler characters, I don't even pick them to fight them. Like, I just do different fights. I never even pick them to play as or even fight as. It just says something right there. That's just me personally, but they're missing like Super Buhan.
Yeah.
I rather have him, than Super Saiyan Gogeta. I don't get it. I really wish they were there.
Yeah. But I find it weird how like Raspberry and a Pool have like different variations of each other. Yeah, right? It's like they put extra time working on them specifically just so we could fight them in the game, as what was it called? I forgot the name for the thing. Like for like mob rushes or whatever they're called. It's really pointless.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
But like, hopefully if they make a sequel, they really do something with the character roster.
They just need to, like I said, for character roster, a little bit more characters. No fighting the Dragon Balls for the damn characters.
Alright,
seriously, it's a given. Who wants to waste 48 hours of their lifetime? Or, you could do something more productive, and that's just me.
So, was there anything in the game that you were expecting that wasn't there?
Like I said, it's just a little bit more once you get to, like, Toki City. Like, oh, there's a shop. There's your mail center. There's the versus match, the parallel quest, the end. And it's just, oh, it wasn't like, it felt empty to me. One thing I wanted to expect in the game, there was this one thing, but I can't remember. What about you?
Oh yeah, for me a lot. Like, I expected more of a variety of things to do after you beat story mode. But like,
me too.
The parallel quests are really repetitive. And like the people you train with, your so-called masters, like barely teach you. You have to like be like 3 levels ahead each time for them to teach you something new, and it gets really boring after a while.
I also noticed it, but even if you train with them and you're level 80, does this happen with you? It's like you train with them one time, but they don't even pop up never again.
It's really weird.
It's stupid. What? Just keep continuing.
And also, it should be more options for masters.
Yeah, that's true. It should be like, if they're trying to go for the MMORPG style, where it's like, come back to me when you're level 30, come back to me level 40. Why don't you do that? Like, they somewhat do that, but they don't stay there. Like, the NPC doesn't stay there, to disappear. And it's like, okay, I like it in an MMORPG where I just know that, my NPC is there, my master, and I can go back to him when I'm level 30, or do this quest when I'm level 40, or I need a certain armor or certain fighting style. It's just completely random. It's random.
Yeah, that really sucks though. But yeah, I also thought the character creation was going to be a little bit more in depth with things.
Oh yeah, definitely. I thought, it would be way better than Ultimate Tenkaichi.
Well, it is.
And it is better. Yes, definitely. It had more hairstyles for guys and girls. It could have been better. Like, some of the eyes just look all the same. The pupils all the same. I don't know. It could be better. It's like that was the most thing. That's what the game was meant for. That was the most hype in the game, was character creation. And I don't know. It was cool. It was still cool that you create your own characters, and that's always the best. But could be a little bit better, just a tiny bit.
Yeah, and like I also hated how the gameplay was very overhyped. People thought like this game would have like super in-depth combos that will take you like years to master and stuff. But it's really more simple than people think. You really have to make up your own combos in this game. It's not really set for you.
Yeah, and if you notice, you go to the freaking start menu, that's all your combos.
Just square and triangle.
It's all your combos. You compare that to something more complex like Mortal Kombat, and can't wait for Mortal Kombat X, and there are 3 different type of variations. Talk about complex. No, this is simple shit. Square, X, 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 triangle, and it's like, there you go. And then you combine it with your super moves, and then your ultimate attack. It's the same shit. You just make up a combo with different things. And it's just the same thing. It depends on how the player plays it, basically.
Yeah. Have you noticed in parallel quests, like if you're doing, a team match with people, like the AI spams a lot. Way too much. It gets annoying to the point where I just gave up. I'll have footage of this in the video, guys, to show you how mad I was.
Yeah, I noticed that too. That's a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah, but do you have anything else you want to say before we end the video?
I'm gonna say this. We're not, after playing it, I'm not hating it. I'm just saying, well, this is what I'm gonna say. This is the negative about it. Basically, in this video, our final thoughts. I would say, if you want to hear the positive, okay, let's do that really quick. But I'll sum it up. I loved it. Great game. Not the best game. You know, it doesn't demolish the previous games because it's its own kind of game. It could have been better. And I thought the graphics are good, everything, the story was fresh. And, you know, I definitely like the flow of the game when you fight sometimes, and I love that. And it does give you that Dragon Ball Z feel. And it was a good game to buy, it was definitely worth your money, and let's say this, it's its own game and it's worth the money to buy it, and it will keep you entertained.
Yeah, as you said, Xenoverse is a good game overall. If you guys, you know, would have an open mind about it and not compare it to the other DIMS games or any other Dragon Ball game, then you could have a blast playing this, especially online with friends.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, the servers are kind of iffy at times with the servers, but you know, it's a different video for a different day. But yeah, the gameplay is fun, the story is pretty good, and yeah, it's a great game. I recommend everyone to play it.